Hi, I'm Arya Julan. I'm one of the board members of HORA, the Heritage Organization of Romanian-Americans in Minnesota. Tonight was a very special event for us, for the Romanian community in Minnesota, and for all the immigrant communities in Minnesota. I feel extremely proud to be part of an event like this, where we get to tell the story of Romanian immigration to Minnesota. And I am so grateful for the generosity of the state of Minnesota to contribute $85,000 over 4 years, giving us 4 grants that allowed our community to tell such a moving story, a story that will be kept for many generations to come. A lot of times there's a question in my mind as first-generation immigrant, how our history is going to be told. And tonight was very clear to me. We got to tell the story. We had the opportunity to reach and preserve, document, and keep the heritage going of our community. I am so proud of all the work that so many friends and organizations and believed in us and allowed us to work with them to create this project. I am hopeful that this work will be able to share with other Romanian communities in the United States, and also we want to bring this documentary to Romania. It's extremely important to share this story so others can see it and others can relate, and we can relate and build bridges between our communities.
Hi, I'm Andrei Petrescu, and both of my parents are Romanian immigrants. I am currently a student at the University of Minnesota studying computer engineering. And what this story does is it really broadens the stories that my parents told me as a child. And I get the input from a whole bunch of other immigrants, other immigrants that came to the U.S. And it really speaks to me from a historical perspective, because I'm only told stories by my parents, and this is a historical document that really covers Romanian immigration.
So I'm very pleased to have the opportunity to be part of this documentary presentation, the world premiere of Through the Iron Curtain from Romania to Minnesota. I'm here as a representative of Alianța, the Romanian-American organization based in Washington, D.C. We're eager to see projects like this take place around the country where there are populations of Romanians who've come to the U.S. I hope this is an example of what will happen in other parts of the country.
So my name is Phil Tocăniță, Romanian style, and I'd just like to say I'm wholly behind the project in general. The second film, I was in the first DVD, I should say, and I thought it was good, but this one was so much better. People are really talking from the heart, and if I may put in a plug, the project is worthwhile. If you haven't seen these, please consider donating and showing up to the various doings that HORA has. We have enjoyed it immensely. I feel that I lived a lot of this. I was born in Chicago, which might be classified as a different country, but I grew up in the Romanian community, and I've been back to Romania a number of times, and I see that there's an improvement, and it's very nice to know that we have Romanians that indeed support the homeland, and also they support this homeland. You don't see that very often anymore. People are not as patriotic, perhaps, as they were. We may have a lot of problems here in the USA, but it's still the best place to come, in my estimation anyway.
I think this was a great story about each one of us that have come to this country. Definitely we have identified with most of the stories. It's one step to understand how to pack your life in one bag, and then it's another step, totally hard, different step on how to unfold that package once you arrive in the United States, because you have to prove yourself again and again. So I discovered that most of these stories basically are my stories as well. I think this is one of a kind experience, and I think it's a great one too. For the most part, I feel like we as a small community in Minnesota, we have done a courageous and beautiful thing in showing who we really are and how we become to be as we are right now in our state.
Well, I really enjoyed it because actually it's the first documentary that I've seen on this particular historical event, or let's just say experience. And this was my experience because my parents and I came from Romania in 1984 during communism. And actually we were persecuted in Romania because my father had been a anti-communist and a little bit active in his youth. So we were persecuted. We had a really difficult time coming out. And I enjoyed seeing this highlighted in the movie because I would like to show it to my children so they kind of know a little bit from a more objective perspective what Romania was like during communism. And I also enjoyed the fact that they showcased the transition and how difficult it was, and how many sacrifices we all had to make, and hopefully it's a legacy that we can leave for our future generations. So it echoed my experience, and I was really happy to see a movie made from this perspective.
I was very impressed with it. The first thing that I noticed about it was how it brought back memories for me personally. It was quite emotional at times, and the images with people standing in lines waiting for the truck to deliver food. I have memories of that myself. My name is Adriana Ross, and I immigrated to the United States in 2003, so way past the Iron Curtain fell in 1989. And I remember I was 9 at the time, and I have memories of that, waiting in lines with my grandparents. I also, seeing pictures of the people, of the men and women waiting in line with gas tanks for their stoves at home. I remember that because my grandfather did that. He would wake up at 5 in the morning and pick up he had a little trolley. He would load up the gas can that would be used to fire the stove for cooking in the kitchen, and he would go in the middle of the night and hop on a light rail or a bus and go and stand in line for hours and get the gas tank refilled, and bring it back home. And sometimes the line was so long, and he would get so cold in the middle of the winter. He would be on the bus for several times, driving to the just let it circulate around the city, because that way he would stay warm. And then when his time would come, be next in line, he would get off the bus and go hurry, and his gas tank would be, waiting for him there. That was his way of getting around. So I was particularly impressed with those stories, and it brought back memories for me. And so it was touching.
My name is Colleen Birch, and it's been such an honor for me to work a little bit with the HORA organization and to come to the documentary tonight and witness these amazing stories. These people, some of them have become very good friends of mine over the last few years, and to see them on the screen and to hear them talk about where they came from and what kind of journeys they had to go through in order to come to Minnesota has been really heartwarming for me, but also now I feel closer to them. Even though we spend time together, we're in choirs together, we play music together, and to know this other part of them that I never knew before it's just been so special for me. And to tack on to this train of thought with the music, we are also working together for December 16th, 2017. We are putting a concert together it's about Romanian holiday carols and traditions, and we're calling it the Romanian Colinde concert. So I hope people can come for this concert that's in partnership with Hora. Thank you.